We're here with actor Kemnitz Jr. And why don't you talk a little bit about when you first decided you wanted to become an actor?
Okay. I was actually in a screenwriting class at the time. I studied screenwriting in college. And I think it was screenwriting 4. And we would do 20 pages of table reads. So a gentleman had written Triskaidekaphobia, where a crazy southern killer was stalking a gay couple on a camping trip. And I was the crazy southern killer. I got a little too into it.
And actually killed the leads?
All of them. I killed everyone in the room. It's like, I should be an actor. No, yeah, so I did that, and then everyone was like, yeah, why don't you take an acting class? And I was like, yeah, alright. There can't be any homework. Sounds good.
Yeah.
There was actually a lot of homework.
I was going to say, it sounds like you were misinformed.
I was. Such is life.
And now, did you find the transition from screenwriting to acting seamless because you were writing already based on the same way you would do the role?
Somewhat. So, I mean, from there I ended up taking a class called Method Acting at the New School. And we read a book, crazy stuff.
We didn't catch that on the video, I don't think. Just you.
Just New York
Just
City.
your reaction. He's auditioning everybody.
But the book was the great acting teachers and their methods. And the only one that made any sense to me was Stella Adler, because this was all about serving the writer's attention. So that led me to take a class over there. And that class became a 2.5-year conservatory, and one thing led to another, and that's how I got into all this.
Here you are being interviewed.
Wow.
By theactorsaudience.com.
Quite a ride.
You finally reached your pinnacle. You are here. The
I've
next
arrived.
stop is an Emmy, right?
Oh, you know, I could EGOT. You never know.
So talk a little bit about the roles that you portrayed. You were most recently on Blue Bloods.
Yes. As either a florist or an Albanian gangster. For that I was a hospice nurse.
Yes.
For a month. Then, let's see, what else have I done? I worked as an EMT on hostages. A lot of the auditions I have involve me being a medical professional.
Maybe if the acting doesn't work out, you could just pretend you went to medical school.
Yeah, I could put up a fake doctorate on the wall, and
You can make a tag out of your episodic stills. Doctor.
send anti-aging products. Yeah. So that happened. I do find, on a weird side note, there are a disproportionate amount of scenes where I pull a blanket over a sleeping person, generally a female.
Is that like a weird fetish now for you, or no?
You know, I don't think it's something I ever did in my real life, but there are many scenes where I have a blanket in hand, putting it over a sleeping
Just ready.
Wait, is she sleeping? Is she sleeping?
Message to you ladies out there. If it comes to a date with a blanket.
I feel like it's really like a real PG-13 move. Like, there you are. Little pat. You have a good night.
Now the film you're speaking about, playing hospice nurse, that's the
Yes.
one that you're out promoting now, right?
Yes. Don't open your eyes. There's a tentative title. I hear it might be changed. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, that's the deal. Comes out, it's supposed to be released on the 27th, but with independent films without distribution, sometimes these things have a way of getting pushed back. But we'll see what happens with that.
Now, have you done the requisite horror film when you were starting out?
I didn't. I think I did more like, I think just because I have dark hair and I'm from New York, it was more like, oh, he's a gangster. He could be a criminal. So I did more of that vein of that.
A lot of mobsters.
Yeah, I think I was a drug addict. And when I went to ask the director, so like I've noticed in the script that you were very deliberate about mentioning he was addicted to drugs. Did you have any drugs in mind in particular? He was like, weed and coke. I'm like, really went both ways with that, but okay. He's like, yeah, blow this line and go to sleep. I'm like, don't think that's how it works, but okay, you're the director. What do you want to do, man?
Yeah. Do you end up ODing?
I think I ended up getting killed because I owed money due to my various drug dependencies.
They go hand in hand, my friend.
Apparently.
If you don't get killed in a horror film, you get killed because of a bad drug deal.
It's a tough economy.
This is New York.
Yeah.
What kind of role that you haven't played are you really looking to nail down? And would you do theater?
Yeah, actually, I just did a play called The Marriage Bed. It was a romantic comedy with Danielle, a lovely actress. You know, it's not for me about any particular kind of role. I'm just more attracted to good writing and well-written projects. It doesn't really matter what my occupation is or station in life so much.
Have you continued to write?
Yeah, actually I'm writing something right now with two actresses who are fantastic, Anya Atal and Katie Paxton. And it's a very rewarding thing. I've been lucky enough to get some help from some well-established folks, and their guidance has been much appreciated.
What has been your least favorite role in terms of filming, due to it being a long shoot, late night, being out in the cold? Have you had any experiences where you had wished maybe the scene was written differently? Maybe.
Sometimes there are scenes that, you have to work a little bit harder to make them make sense to the story. So when those come along, those are a little bit more challenging. I haven't had any in terms of being, tough in weather or freezing cold outside or anything like that. I could see that being something that bothers people though. I've yet to experience anything of that nature.
And we've now just jinxed it, and your next project you will be shooting in January in the middle of the night outside. What advice would you offer to newcomers who are just starting out in the entertainment field?
Are they trying to do film, theater, TV?
Anything. It could be all-encompassing.
Okay.
You could tell them not to do it because you want the parts that they may go out for.
Don't compete with me.
Yes.
I would say a good piece of catch-all advice would probably be focus on what you can control. Because there's going to be crazy amounts of stuff that you can't control. And if you worry about that stuff, it'll eat you alive and it won't be a productive use of your time or energy. I've seen a lot of people get burned out worrying about crazy stuff. It's just pointless.
Yeah.
So don't do that.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to hearing more from you in the future. And hopefully we get to talk to you again.
Yes, it would be my pleasure.
Thank you. So tomorrow around the same time?
Sounds good.
All right, buddy. Thanks so much.
Take care.